The Sunshine State has a unique set of laws that allow the media to publish about arrests and charges and give us a glimpse of a unique subset of culture that exists everywhere but never sees the light of day. We're a comedy podcast that looks at news stories for you to hopefully give you the FloridaManCast. Based on my research today, guys, be careful out there. It's getting a little violent.
My name is Leanne.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Clay.
And I'm Alex.
Why would you start with Leanne?
Me llamo Leanne.
What stories are we starting with?
Who wants to start?
So on this day 2 years ago in Florida Man thing, Florida man wielding machete dead after breaking into a home and telling sleeping resident, "I love you."
Interesting.
In his bed?
Yes. Yes.
Was he naked?
I don't know. I imagine him naked
He broke in and whispered, "I love you."
to
With
a
a
man
machete.
while he was holding a machete. Apparently he was also sharp. I can go into it, but yeah, it's
Read the article. Read it.
Okay, yeah. Need more info.
So yeah, Florida man wielding machete dead after breaking into home telling sleeping resident, "I love you."
Oh, he got killed. Okay, good.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. A Florida man was killed after he allegedly broke into a house and got into bed with the homeowner, all while carrying a machete. The incident happened in Fruitville, Florida on Thursday morning when the police said that the homeowner, who was apparently sleeping in an apartment connected to his home, told 911 dispatchers that there was a man in the unit and was sharpening a machete with a baseball bat.
Wait, he was sharpening the machete with the baseball bat?
Yes.
That had so many more questions.
Is that? I don't think that's actually sharpening the machete.
I don't think
Maybe it was a metal baseball bat. I don't know.
I still feel like that's not.
at
No,
most.
you absolutely can't still sharpen a machete with a baseball bat.
No. At most you can work kinks out,
Or you make the baseball bat
I mean, at least
sharp.
it's probably
Was it an
dramatic effect.
aluminum baseball bat?
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. Like, it would be really pointless if it was a wooden. Like, he was whittling a wooden baseball bat
Yeah,
with a
at that
machete.
point, was he not just?
I think
don't know.
you would word that in a way that you're sharpening
Based
a
on
baseball
the-
bat.
No, way the story is laid
what it
out.
says. He was sharpening
I
a
would have
machete
to-
with a baseball bat, according
It had to have been
to
aluminum.
Fox 13.
Yeah.
I think he showed great restraint, the homeowner, by not killing him then. I would immediately, if I woke up and you're sharpening a machete with a baseball bat in my house,
There's a lot
That's
of
it.
questions.
You're done.
I'm going for you.
You're
Like,
done.
I
Yeah.
assume this
But
is
you're
a death
forgetting
fight.
that he also
Yeah,
crawled
we
into
live
bed.
we live in Texas. This is a stand your ground state.
Right, which is what's going to happen next, I think.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived at the scene around 9:30. "I have an intruder that broke into my house. He's got a damn machete and he's a little whack," the 911 caller
Just a
said.
little bit?
Just a little bit.
Just
Like,
a little.
is he informing them that he's killed him, or is he
No.
just saying he's crazy?
No.
Is this 1930s mobster era? He's been whacked,
Yeah.
or is he?
I think it's
Or
more
is
like
he cranked up on meth or
The
something?
dude's on bath salts.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. When the deputies arrived at the apartment afterwards, the victim called 911. They found the machete-wielding suspect inside. The homeowner told the 911 dispatchers that their intruder woke him up and said, "I love you."
But did he mean it?
I woke up on a mattress and there's a guy lying next to me saying, "I love you." I'm weirded out. He's got a machete in his hand. "Boy, thank God they got here quick," said the homeowner. When 4 deputies went inside the apartment unit, the suspect sliced one of the deputies on the hand with a machete.
The cop killed him.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this was suicide by cop.
Continue, sorry.
The suspect sliced one of the deputies on the hand with the machete, injuring him severely, according to the sheriff's office. "I pray to God he doesn't lose fingers or his hand. I can tell you it's not life-threatening, but they are critical injuries," the spokesman for the sheriff's office said. 2 of the other deputies then shot the suspect, who was later pronounced dead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this was a bad ending to a really bad situation.
I just, again, that guy
Worse.
calling the cops instead of just like flipping his lid.
Yeah.
that's-
But I'm also
So-
just imagining a person laying there being like, "I love you,"
I'm
with the
confused.
machete, and then allowing the person to call the cop.
I'm a little confused. Was this guy just in the apartment and he woke up and found him there, or was he laying in bed
was
with
in
him?
bed with
he
him.
was in bed with him. Oh, the bed hammer is coming out immediately.
I'm just wondering what pose he chose.
This just in, Lynn has a bed
Like-
hammer.
Yeah,
Did he
I
get
do
under
actually.
the covers, or did he like lay over the covers with his legs spread a little bit?
Yeah, like did he snuggle up
was
to
he
him?
doing a power
Was he-
move,
were they
or was
cuddling?
it
I'm just picturing the man like stroking the machete.
all the while apparently sharpening it with a baseball bat?
Yeah.
in bed.
I don't know. That's the way they wrote it, though. It means it's.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it probably would have been a minute before the cops
But then,
actually
but then
got
he,
there.
but the
Some
guy was
nudist
in bed
articles
with
are
him,
written
and then
weird.
allowed him to call the police. Like he was okay with this. Like, just go ahead. It's
Yeah,
okay.
he just was he just there next to him?
I'm just curious. Like, does anyone like what is your visualization of what he's wearing?
Nothing.
I'm assuming
Nothing. I'm imagining maybe
Butt-ass
some
naked.
tidy whities.
leopard print Speedo.
Leopard print Speedo's a good one.
It didn't mention in the article, but earlier in the day, he had smeared himself in red paint. He kept saying Encino Man.
Why does everyone keep mentioning Encino Man?
I don't know.
I don't know,
the
but
doctor I
I
work
just
with
actually
keeps
got the purpose of
telling
that
me
movie
if I
now,
watch,
thank you.
keeps telling me to watch Encino Man. I'm like, I don't really have a
Totally
desire
sure, don't
to,
worry
but
about it.
Okay, so he was killed
So-
by police.
So spoiler alert, don't break into a person's house, allow them to call the cops, and then get shot.
I do find it funny that you keep locking in on the fact that he allowed him to call the cops. Like,
honestly,
like
yeah.
he gave
Was
him
he?
the space.
Do you think this guy was
loved
just like?
him.
Were they like making eye contact while he was on the phone with the cops?
Sharpening the
Was he
Like
there?
you said, sharpening it with a baseball bit. Just, I love you.
But he loved him, clearly. He didn't do anything
Do you
with a
think these two
machete.
ever explored each other's bodies?
No, I don't. I actually don't.
Maybe that would at least give me a little bit of like cause why this went this way.
I think,
Right?
I think
Like they
that-
knew each other.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
Do you think
like-
this was? I think this was a scorned lover, actually.
No, I think it was a meth head that broke into someone's house and like got killed by the police.
It's okay, because I love you.
Like he,
I don't
like
know
he,
that-
was- like he was jerking the
actually,
machete.
His dick actually just had a tattoo that said bat.
What he was?
And his hand, and his
He was
hand
just
was a
rubbing the
machete.
machete on his cock. Hold on.
Ow,
That would go fast. Sorry.
man.
I call this my Louisville slugger. Next story that I have slotted is Miami man accused of stealing bees.
Wild owned.
This was published February 7th, 2018 to local10.com. Writer is Peter Burke. Miami man was arrested after he stole bees and their hives from the property owner over the course of several days,
Several days.
police said.
What, that's
Yoel Torres, 54, faces charges of second-degree grand theft, trespassing, and criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief. I
Mischief.
love that you can actually be charged with criminal mischief.
you're mischievous
Hey,
enough
you know-
that it's criminal.
You didn't really do anything. You just caused some mischief in a way that we want to punish you for.
Cops ask you, what are you doing? Nothing good.
Nothing good. What are you doing? Some general tomfoolery.
According to a police report, Torres was spotted on surveillance video climbing through a barbed wire fence and stealing the beehives from the property where the beekeeper Wainsworth Brown stores his colony. Miami-Dade police said surveillance video showed Torres entering the property on several occasions, putting on a bee suit and removing the beehive boxes, placing them in the bed of his truck.
Also, just appreciate the guy took the time to get into the outfit. He didn't
I mean, you kind of have to handle
but
bees.
I would argue, I didn't steal the bees. The bees followed me.
Bees followed me. Why did he want these bees?
An unidentified woman can also be seen in the video standing outside the property, apparently acting as a lookout during the
Oh shit! There was accomplice. There was an
Police said
accomplice.
Torres would remove the tops from several other beehive boxes before returning later on and stealing them as well.
Lynn has a point. Why does he want the bees?
Why does he want these bees?
So, police report said the loss of the bees cost Brown $3,500, but Brown told Local 10 News that the loss was significantly more. According to the report, Torres admitted to taking the bees, telling police they seemed abandoned. Torres also
negligent.
said
I'm telling
he
you.
seemed abandoned.
No, they're negligent.
Torres also
even
said
notice.
he learned the property used to belong to Graham Companies in Miami Lake and spoke with someone who gave him permission to take the hives. So he spoke with the former owner of the property, the guy that owned the property and
Who was-
stored his bees there.
Who was behaving poorly?
Essentially just committed theft. He called the old owner of the property,
The guy who didn't currently own the property.
right, and said, "Hey, can I have these bees?" And that person said yes.
And the person was just like, "What bees? Okay, sure."
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
I
I will point out that the owner did not notice that his bees were being stolen for days.
mean, to be fair, you don't.
how often do you need to check on bees?
Not very often. My mom keeps bees. You
Yeah.
kind of just check on them like maybe once a week. You make sure they're doing good. It's not. They don't need like daily maintenance.
I mean, it depends on
Yeah.
how many hives you have.
Yeah, it does depend on how many hives you have, but like a couple boxes of bees.
$3,500 at least worth of beehives. That's like 4 hives.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 hives. Yeah, that's not. They don't need daily maintenance. You kind of just go out and they're really chill.
If
honestly.
I owned bees, I'd be
They're not
watching
trapped
that
in there.
all the time. Like I'd
Yeah,
just be like
okay.
looking at the bees.
That's you specifically.
That is you specifically.
You can't just watch the bees all the time. You have
Yeah,
to
you
do
can.
other things.
No, you can't. You can do this. Watch your bees, guys.
He did wind up
Watch your
posting
bees.
bail, and it does seem like it's just a story about like he took someone else's bees.
Just took someone else's bee. What was his plan with the bees? Was he going to have his
Why
own
did he take the
beehives at
bees?
home?
Yeah, he wanted to keep them. He thought that they were abandoned.
He just wanted to be able to harvest his own honey. Sorry.
Can you stop, bro?
It was
Honey, this ain't what we're talking about.
I'm calling the cops on all of you. Speaking of potentially mistreated animals, from local10.com by Chris Gothner, very cool last name. Florida man accused of hurling his dog at Aventura police officer, quote, take my dog and fix it. This is from Aventura, Florida. An Aventura man is facing 2 felony charges after throwing his dog and striking one of the city's police officers who was mediating a dispute between dog owners, according to an arrest report.
So he hit the cop with his dog.
Yeah, he straight up threw his dog.
Threw the dog at the cop.
At the cop, smacked him in the chest.
He had good aim, apparently. So.
Yeah.
He threw a living creature.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a big dog, little dog?
No, later on it does say that witnesses report his dog was a Pomeranian. So it was a very small dog, very easily chuckable.
Definitely chuckable. Definitely wrong. Bad news, sir.
He had no way to defend himself. Poor puppy.
If it's an angry Pomeranian too.
Oh man,
I'm just saying though, if I get broken into, my first offense thing is to throw Annie at.
But that's different.
she'd fuck him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck him up for real.
Look, you can bowl a cat.
You can fucking bowl a cat.
You can't bowl a cat.
You cannot do that with a dog.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe you can with Pomeranian.
I mean, theoretically, you physically can. You shouldn't.
You can roll them like sideways. Like that'd be fun. You know?
Good Lord. According to the Aventura Police Department, the incident happened around 5:30 p.m. Sunday at Waterways Dog Park. The police report states that officers had been called to the park amid an, quote, incidents between Mordecai Oknen, 68, and another dog owner. Police said the officer explained to Oknen that the issue at hand, which wasn't specified in the report, was a civil matter, causing him to become agitated and verbally aggressive.
It was probably the Pomeranian was aggressive.
It sounds like 2 dog owners at a dog park. They may have had like an interaction.
Yeah, they kind of got into it.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe the dog might have been hurt based on the take my dog and fix it.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
But it's not a legal case is the thing. He's right. It's a civil matter.
This guy got mad at another dog owner, called the cops. Cops show up. He says, this isn't, why the hell did you call us? And this guy gets pissed the fuck off.
And then throws the dog that he wants to be like helped, essentially.
So, quote, her big dog tried playing with a small dog. He overreacted, end quote. Witness Robin Tobias told Local 10 News. Quote, he freaked out. He was kind of blocking the door so she couldn't leave, so he could try and call the police on her. But when the police came, they said nothing really happened. So there were no punctures.
Oh, wow. So the dog wasn't even actually hurt.
So the dog was fine.
I feel like any interaction with a person named Mordecai is going to be way more intense than
Mordecai Oknen.
Yeah, I just feel like
incredible name.
Like, I mean, can you just imagine just shout, no, Mordecai?
I'm mostly just amazed at the entitlement of the men being like, I'm going to keep you here against your will.
Yeah.
Call the cops. And then the cops are like,
nothing happened. Your dog's fine. According to the report, Oknen then said, take my dog and fix it, and threw the canine at the police officer, striking him in the chest. The dog fell to the ground and sustained a possible injury to its paw, police said. It states that they said Oknen would resist arrest. They didn't say that he did, but that he would.
He was arrested for chucking the goodest boy.
I mean, based on their current interactions with him, that's a valid assumption.
But again, he's saying his dog's injured and then he throws the dog.
And injures the dog himself.
He said this woman's big dog hurt my little dog, and everyone else said, what are you talking about? Your dog's fine. And then he got pissed off
and threw the dog.
Said, take my dog and fix it, threw it at the cops. And the cops were like, yeah, we're done.
It actually, also the dog got injured based on him throwing it.
Yeah.
So.
He's much more.
Witnesses described the dog as a Pomeranian.
You can redo
sense.
the headline is Dick throws a dog at a cop.
So he was arrested.
I feel like the act of throwing a dog at you is resisting arrest.
Well, no, because the felony wasn't committed until you threw the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm assuming that the act of throwing the dog is him resisting arrest.
No, the dog fell to the ground and sustained a possible injury to its paw. Nothing shocks me anymore, Tobias said, the police officer that was on the scene. But from what everyone says at the park, he was very overly protective of his dog.
You literally injured your dog being mad that they weren't protecting your dog better or like doing what you wanted, essentially. You just threw a fit.
Yeah,
and then
pretty much
the dog.
So officers arrested Oknen and trespassed him from the dog park. He was placed into custody on charges of aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, animal cruelty with intent to injure or kill, and resisting an officer without violence.
Resisting without violence.
Without violence.
Okay.
So
he was bitching about getting arrested.
Pretty much. He was given like a $2,000 bond. It doesn't say if he broke it out or not. But the dog was placed in the care of Miami-Dade Animal Services.
Perfect.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that poor puppy.
Except for maybe for one moment he was like had that one shining moment thing where he was flying towards the cop.
I feel like the cap on that one is Florida man throws his dog at a cop and then gets what he deserves for it.
Pretty much.
He's a
I don't know why he thought
Florida man.
throwing the dog would make any of the situation better.
I don't think he was thinking.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to make the situation better.
What do you think he wanted then?
He wanted to throw his dog at a cop.
He wanted some. He was just being pissy, and wasn't thinking at all.
I hate people.
Florida man caught driving booty patrol truck facing charges.
Booty patrol?
Booty
So many
patrol
questions.
truck.
Facing charges. What for? We don't know yet.
Sounds like it's for the booty patrol.
For the booty
This
patrol.
article is written by Casey Sloan, posted December 7th, 2023.
What is it? Whenever they like faking that you're a police officer.
What was it? The FBI, the female body inspector.
Oh, yeah.
Impersonating a law enforcement officer. I'm on booty patrol.
I'm on the booty patrol.
So this is out of
Why
this,
does your truck have ass cheeks?
You don't have a lifeguard at this beach. This is a bathtub. Who are you?
This is out of DeSoto County, Florida. A Florida driver who was taken into custody in October for driving a truck painted similar to a Border Patrol vehicle, but instead of it read Booty Patrol, is facing charges, according to an incident report.
So is it
I'm
just
laughing
impersonation
at,
of a
the
law
thing that I
enforcement
made
officer?
up that I was just being funny with.
No, it happened.
You were eerily
You were
accurate.
spot fucking on, apparently.
In the report, DeSoto County deputies spotted the truck on October 29th at the Mosaic Arena, adding that the truck had red and blue flashing lights attached to the grill. Since the Booty Patrol, I can't say that slow, Booty Patrol.
Booty patrol.
Booty patrol.
The booty patrol.
Booty Patrol.
Say it like Florida man would.
Well, that's my cousin. He got arrested by the booty patrol last weekend.
Oh, does that mean he got a badonka donk on him?
He do got that badonk donk on him. Don't tell his wife though. She's also my cousin.
You're both going directly to jail.
We're all going to be arrested by the end of this.
I'm so funny.
Since the Booty Patrol vehicle appeared to be law enforcement, the deputy said he had decided to walk to the truck and investigate. However, as he got closer, the driver turned off the lights and fled the parking lot.
He saw the cops and he was
He
like,
saw the
"I'm out."
piece of shit.
Deputies said the driver took off so quickly that it spewed dirt and grass up.
He spewed dirt and grass up.
Exactly.
You telling me he was hauling ass?
He was hauling ass, hauling booty.
Despite the truck having a similar paint scheme to a U.S. Customs and Border Patrol vehicle, deputies could tell the vehicle wasn't affiliated with law enforcement.
No shit.
Really?
Was it the booty patrol?
What gave it away? Not even.
No, I'm kind of suspicious. I don't think that's an actual border patrol truck,
I
sir.
actually just think it comes down to brilliant detective
Point
work.
being, they pulled
These
the truck
bitches
over.
are supposed to enforce the law.
Yeah.
That don't look right.
They're like, booty.
Hang on, that don't look right.
That ain't how you spell border.
That ain't how you spell border. B-O. Shit.
Boo! I got scared myself.
According to the report, the driver, identified as Gabriel Luviano Renteria, told authorities that the lights on his vehicle were not illegal. Issued a citation as a result.
Yeah, because they are.
You can't have flashing lights.
You cannot have flashing
Can't-
lights.
yeah, no, you
on your
absolutely
vehicle.
cannot have flashing
That
lights
is
on
what
your
makes it a
vehicle.
crime. If you just put booty patrol,
That's fine.
That's absolutely.
100% legal.
You could even have
Let
like a
him
you could even
produce.
have a blaring light on the top of your car as long as it's not flashing.
However,
Do you think he pulled anyone over?
is what I'm laughing about. The idea of just like, oh, Dad, I'm getting pulled over by the booty patrol.
was he pulling people over? Like,
No.
it would be funny if he was.
I mean, like sometimes you have to go with it. It's like 90% confidence.
However, as deputies reviewed body camera footage from the traffic stop, they realized the white Chevy Silverado was nearly identical to a Border Patrol truck, except for the multiple green decals that said Booty Patrol around the truck.
Good detective work.
The incident report states that deputies discovered has had multiple run-ins with law enforcement due to his truck and has a TikTok account for his vehicle.
Someone pull this man's account up right fucking now.
Multiple things because of his truck. Was it only because it was booty patrol, or has he had other
No,
shenanigans?
he was doing shenanigans in this
With
truck.
other-
He had shenanigans going on.
for other things with his truck.
He was up for some tomfoolery. Do you think they charged him with misdemeanor mischief? Or
Criminal
felony
mischief?
mischief?
criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief.
I want that on my record.
Criminal mischief? I don't.
Sounds fun.
I don't think you do.
Do you have just a criminal record wish list? This is what I want. and
That's
this
the
is what
only thing I want. That's just mischief.
That's it.
That's your
Because
bingo
it makes
card?
it-
Bingo card.
It makes it like official, you know? Like I've been mischievous in this way.
I don't think you need
I
a
have
criminal
been
record for
criminally
that.
mischievous.
So on your bingo card, like the center thing is criminal mischief.
100%.
On the right corner, it's apparently fall asleep and wake up next to a person with a baseball bat and a machete.
No, I don't want that.
No, okay, no one.
No one
wants
wants that. He uses this vehicle for publicity and followers and for fame, the incident report said. Watching the videos, I saw he has hashtags listed as immigration, #immigration, #ICE, and talks about how his truck is illegal.
He talks about how his truck is illegal.
His car has flashing lights. It's illegal.
Yeah, wonderful
Yeah,
detective
he essentially
work,
just
Sherlock
incriminates
Holmes.
himself repeatedly on TikTok.
According to the report, additional charges were filed on November 21st for impersonating law enforcement and
Yup.
obstructing police.
There you go.
Back in October, the sheriff's office asked for drivers to keep an eye out for the booty patrol vehicle, as it had been.
Bolo Booty Patrol.
Y'all keep an eye out for the booty patrol. We gotta take them in.
As it had been impersonating officials in several other Florida counties as well. If any drivers have been pulled over by the booty patrol, sorry, any other information related to the incident, call the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigative Division at 863.
Oh, they want people to report.
They put out a booty patrol watch list.
Yeah, and they essentially said, "Hey, if you've been stopped by this man in the booty patrol, call us."
Actually, though, if you have been stopped by the booty patrol, the number to call is 863-993-4700.
What?
Is he doing other crimes? Like,
What?
It
No,
sounds
no.
like he's going statewide.
So the thing about it is every time if someone calls and says, "Hey, he did flash those lights at me and pull me over," he has committed another crime.
yeah, they just keep stacking up.
but like,
Have they caught him yet?
is there a nefarious purpose for this though? Like underlying, you think?
He's probably
The
just in it
fucking
for
booty
just fucking
patrol.
around.
He's
No.
patrolling.
He's looking for booty.
He's
He's just in
patrolling
it for shits
booty.
and gigs.
You know, like I don't know. I watch a lot of crime stuff.
He wants to find a hot piece of ass, Leanne.
But what do we do with that power?
No man should have this kind of power.
It's not even
a question.
I love that you're treating this like this man came up with a new idea. Like he is the progenitor and there are no laws to combat this. There are things he's charged with.
Not
This
caught. Call the number.
He's got fucking tears in his eyes.
But what power?
what power?
What power?
He's got a fucking border
Do you
patrol.
think he actually has legal authority?
Everyone can read. It
By
just
what
looks like
right do you
Not
have
everyone
to
can
patrol
read.
my booty?
That's your argument here.
You just discovered that people can impersonate law enforcement.
No, I know. But the power.
I can't fucking breathe.
I can't keep going with it. I can't keep going with it.
No one man should have all that power. He is the booty patrol.
Oh my god.
Not everyone can read. I'm gonna. I should live in Florida.
Okay. I do actually have some more stories if we want to hear them because they
Yeah.
are funny. There's one that I really just want to read out to you guys because it's funny as shit. This is from Fox 35 Orlando by Danny Medina from July 30th, 2024. So this was earlier this year, pretty recently actually. Florida woman actually allegedly caught with drugs in bag labeled bag of drugs.
She was honest.
Wait, I want
For
to hear this.
organizations.
Right? Yeah. So
With
this is. She really wanted to make sure she didn't
got
mix
this,
it
like,
up with the
label
bag
printer.
of not drugs.
I'm picturing more like she smoked the meth and then she was like, "This isn't labeled. It needs to be labeled."
I'm thinking she's like obsessed with her like label maker and she's just like labeling
Oh,
everything.
she's got a new Dymo.
She just got a label maker.
Wait, was it just bag of drugs or a bag of assorted drugs?
So it was the bag was labeled bag of drugs. Like she actually wrote bag of drugs. This was out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Florida woman found herself behind bars after a traffic stop yielded the discovery of several drugs stashed inside a bag labeled bag of drugs, according to Florida Highway Patrol. Lauren Riley, 41, was arrested and charged with the following after the incident that unfolded in the area of St. Petersburg on Saturday. According to the arrest affidavit, she was charged with possession of cocaine, possession of crack cocaine, possession of methamphetamine, possession of hydromorphone, possession of alprazolam, possession of amphetamine / dextroamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Assorted drugs, like I said.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
You're
have a bag.
This was
labeled
not
bag.
just, bag of drugs. This was not, like, she had a system here.
Okay.
She had a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Alex just would be more specific in labeling.
I mean, I'm
assorted.
not trying
you
to
need
be
that.
like derogatory, but not really. She just had a bag of drugs.
She just had a bag of drugs.
She was honest.
Also, by the way, this happened like a little before 11:30 in the fucking morning.
Nice.
So
the
she
time
was
to do
she
that.
was on one already.
I would also assume I wouldn't get pulled over with my bag of drugs.
It's always
at
like 10
11:30.
o'clock in the morning.
So
11 o'clock.
Riley was spotted in her vehicle, though she was not at the wheel. without a seatbelt and rummaging around the passenger floorboard.
Trying to find her bag of drugs.
So she wasn't driving. They passed the Florida Highway Patrol and they saw a person driving and then just a woman like hunched over rummaging around the passenger seat, and they were like, hey, what the fuck's happening here?
What you doing?
The trooper pulled the
Yeah.
driver over and noticed a small used and burnt piece of tinfoil and a plastic straw in the car. Additionally, the driver said Riley was under the influence of alcohol, so she was also snitched on by whoever was driving her.
She sounds really responsible. She labeled her drugs and everything.
Yeah, she even labeled the bag of drugs so that it wouldn't get mixed up with any other bags of not drugs.
Despite it being 11:30 in the
Snitching
morning.
didn't save him, though. The driver was arrested for having an open container of alcohol.
Oh, he snitched on her, but he had an open container?
Yeah.
That's a
I might be
DUI.
drunk, but she got drugs.
Riley was asked
She
to
drunk
get
too.
Riley was asked to get out of the car, and Florida Highway Patrol conducted a probable cause search. A bag labeled "bag of drugs" was reportedly found inside Riley's purse. In that bag labeled "bag of drugs," they found a metal spoon, 4 glass pipes with residue, plastic baggies with white residue, a full needle. Not sure what a full needle is.
A
It's ready
full
to be
needle,
used.
They probably mean like a full a loaded syringe.
Right.
Oh,
But you guys do know
interesting.
what this means, right? Like when they took it into evidence, there was an evidence bag labeled "bag of drugs" containing bag of drugs.
Oh, I am not nearly done. 2 straws, 3.25 grams of cocaine,
Well, you need the straws. for the
1
cocaine.
gram of crystal meth, 1.75 grams of crack cocaine, 1 gram of crystal meth. So they hadn't used any of that yet.
Maybe. Or they did.
1.5 pills of hydromorphone,
Okay. So
2 pills.
half a hydro.
Yeah, half a
If
hydro.
you're
They took half
gonna
a hydro.
label your drugs, why can't you separate them? This is bothering me.
I don't know. Yeah, right.
Poor organization system. Seems like a meth head.
But took the time to label it.
Yeah.
Label the bag.
Didn't want to get it mixed up. 2 pills of amphetamine and 4.5 pills of alprazolam.
You didn't
We
want to
should-
mix it up with the other bag
We
of
know
drugs.
too much
I guess not, man.
What is it?
Bag of drugs.
Bag of drugs.
Bag of not drugs.
Bag of not drugs.
This is not drugs.
This is not drugs. You open it up, it's drugs.
The bag of not drugs is just like Benadryl. It's just like, why?
It ends with she was arrested and then released.
Theoretically, like
She
once
lost that bag of drugs.
you could argue, no, that's not my bag of
Unfortunately.
drugs.
Yeah.
Unless the label had her name on it.
She should have just said
Signed.
Trisha.
In case of loss, like please
No,
return
she should have said
to.
Lauren's. She should have said Lauren's bag of drugs.
Yeah, that would have
Then
been.
she wouldn't have lost it. Also, that was that's an expensive bag of drugs.
That was extremely
There's a
expensive.
lot of.
There's a
drug in
lot in there.
there. She didn't have any Quaaludes.
She was only on
11
drugs.
Dude, no one
30.
has Quaaludes anymore.
No,
except
yeah,
for
no
the
one does
police.
Quaaludes anymore.
Except for the police. They have the Quaaludes.
No,
because they're just
I
still
read
locked
this-
in evidence.
I read this one story of this kid who like inherited a trailer from his grandma. There was like a whole thing of Quaaludes in there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
like unopened.
That's the thing. Quaaludes are like the random ass like scavenger hunt of like
This is
Yeah.
shiny.
oh my grandpa did drugs and now I found out
I
about
found
it.
Quaaludes. Like,
It's the fucking hillbilly equivalent of a shiny Pokemon. No, I have Quaaludes from my grandpa.
They're from the 70s.
well, my grandpa passed about 2 years ago, and he left me a bag of Quaaludes. I've been saving them shits for a real
I'm sorry,
nice
officer,
evening.
I can't let you take those. Those are granddaddy's.
Those are family
I
heirloom.
inherited that.
Oh, even more fun. The booty patrol pulls this chick over.
Have a great time.
Their power is expanding. Thanks for joining us here today. Remember to keep an eye out for the booty patrol. Salute your boys in brown.
And label your drugs.